obviously very happy for the guys. It's been a long 3 days of them trying to figure some things out. They're soul searching and a lot of meetings, as we've talked about. And I thought what we got tonight was the passion, the energy, the enthusiasm. And what I tried to tell them after the game was every last one of you made mistakes. This was not a mistake-free game. Shot below 50% from the free throw line. I think had we made free throws, we could have stretched it out. But we doubled them in foul attempts. So I think that tells how aggressive we were. We got out-rebounded. Had 11 turnovers at half, but only 1 in the second half. So there were mistakes that were made, some defensive mistakes that were made. But when you have the energy, when you have that passion, your body language is good. We almost got teed up because our bench was out on the court before a timeout. It's not like I want to get teed up for that, but it's good to see that energy and enthusiasm. And I thought we played with that joyfulness that we just have to play. Our teams always do that, and we haven't had that. And so I think that was the positive. The negative, and we'll show them tomorrow, we still gave up 19 points in the last 7 minutes, and that's got to get corrected. This game should not have been with the lead we had, it should not have been a 4-point win. We should have put it away, and we've got to continue to work on that, and the practices will help with that. But overall, I thought this was a really good win for us.
What do you think the biggest difference was between the first half and the second half?
Well, I thought both halves. I really do. You're talking about a team that was really hot. Their only loss has been at Boise. And they've only had one team. There's been one team this year getting the 70s. That was San Francisco. And we played San Francisco, so we know how good they are, especially offensively. San Francisco scored 71 on them. We just scored 77 and shot 56% from the field. And we scored 77 with shooting less than 50% on 29 free throw attempts. So I don't think it was really any difference in the first half and the second. If they scored 37 and 36, we scored 36 and 41. I think we had a run at the end of the first half, and then we put together a good run 8-9 minutes into the second half that got that lead up to 12, 13 points that obviously is a lot more comfortable at home. But I thought our energy and our effort was good in both halves. I don't think it was one half better than the other. I guess that if we had to look at one stat, it was turnovers. We turned the ball over 11 times in the first half, 1 in the second. So that obviously helps us both offensively and defensively.
Coach, at 19-10 in the first half, I thought the game resembled the Wyoming game a lot. But from that point, you guys were clearly the better team, I thought. Did you see anything in that first half stretch that changed things?
No, well, I think the thing that changed was, I don't know. I don't think Wyoming had that lead on us in the first half. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I've watched so much tape. I don't know what game's what. But I thought the Wyoming game was pretty close, at least a 2-possession game until 8 minutes to go. And then 2 possessions became a 4-possession game for them. But I might be totally wrong on that. But I think the difference is in looking at Wyoming, when adversity hit us against Wyoming, we weren't very tough mentally. And we splintered and we went in opposite directions. Tonight, because free throws can really wear on you. Tonight, we missed a bucket load of free throws in the second half. We were 10 for 21 in the second half. So that one can disrupt your offense, but it also just messes with you. And when you're missing 1-on-1s or you're going 1 for 2 and they're going down making a 2 or 3, adversity hit us inside 7 minutes. And though we weren't perfect, we didn't break. And all the timeouts were great. The way our guys talked, our body language, everything was so much better than, to me, when adversity hit in Wyoming, we looked defeated before the game was ever over. Tonight, when adversity hit, we didn't look defeated. We didn't act defeated.
You had a number of spectacular plays tonight from different sources, but one that stuck out to me was Dez's 2 consecutive steals. Also got the crowd into it and that sort of thing. Could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, those were big plays. And, Dez, I thought Dez really did some good things tonight, not just offensively like he does, but defensively. He guarded really well again. I liked our balance. We had 3 guys in double figures and 2 with 9. So I thought our balance was really good, but I love the way, you're right, those 2 plays were huge, and it gave us separation. It really went from a 2-possession game to an 8-9 point lead, and we were actually able to build it to 12 or 13, I think. So those were huge. But the way we handled the ball in the second half, and getting to I think we were in a bonus 6 or 7 minutes into the second half, and that tells me we came out of half. We haven't been the best coming out of half, and we didn't start the game well. We gave up 13 points in the first 4-minute game, and that was part of what we talked about at halftime. And I thought we came out in the second half and really started it well, created a lot of good offense where we created a lot of fouls, and getting that even though we missed them, getting that bonus was huge because it allowed us to get to the line and get some free points. And I thought Kenan, I thought Grant was really good at running his team. I thought that's as well as he's played in a long time as far as just running his team. He was really efficient tonight. 7 assists, 1 turnover, 5 rebounds, and still gets 17 points. I thought he was really good. And then Kenan really brought the energy, and that's what he's got to do because I thought his energy was great. And then we got really good production out of the bigs. I thought the bigs, Will in the second half, Warren and KJ, I just thought the bigs gave us a lot of good effort too.
Both Monday and Thursday, you mentioned to us that you got to get to the rim more. Basically.
Yeah, we did that.
And I thought tonight was your best rim game.
I agree. And again, we got to watch film because I never know about the stats with that stuff, with transition and paint and all that kind of stuff. But if this is right, beating them 34-22 is good because we haven't been doing that. It's been the flip of that, and we haven't got to 22. Now, late, we started doing that again. We had a couple quick shots without moving the ball. But we moved the ball offensively so much better today, so we hit our offensive efficiency number. I think we were 115 against arguably one of the better defensive teams that we've played. If you just look at overall defensive efficiency, they're top in our league. And, we scored 77. So I thought offensively we were really good, and we made some strides defensively, but we're not there. We didn't hit the mark yet, and we're not there. But we are. I thought we made some strides defensively that will help when we watch film.
Coach, I don't know if you rank wins, but is this the best one of the season?
It's hard. Obviously for this time of year, yeah. But let me tell you, when we were in South Dakota, George Mason it felt awfully good to win. We were 1-4, so it was good to get that win and start moving that direction. But with what our guys have been through, we've been hard on them, tough on them, and I think they really responded. We've had some guys that have been in some shooting slumps, and we've tried to get their focus off shooting and more on the unselfishness. If you're not shooting well, then have great body language. Go take a charge. Go get rebounds. Go lock up your man defensively. Talk more. Help a teammate more. I thought you saw today. We had, I don't know how many times we fell to the ground. We're sprinting to get a teammate up. Against Wyoming, we just let them lay there and hope that they got up. But so I just thought there were a lot of positives that way. But when you lose, especially in league play, it's hard to win again. And I thought coming back against a team that's really playing well, came in here hot, had already won on the road in our league, I think at UNLV. I thought we responded really well, even though we didn't get out to a good start. So adversity hit us early in this game, and we hung in there and kept battling, and that was good to see.
It always feels great to, get a win. I feel like we're starting to get back on the right track. Everybody's starting to get more comfortable, and just everybody pretty much for me played very hard tonight, and that's all you can ever ask for. It's just if everybody play hard, get an energy, and that should get us a win. And I felt like that's what happened tonight.
Same question.
I felt like as a team collectively, we came off the Wyoming game. We was very mad that we lost and how we played and how we gelled as a team. And we had inner talks and just basically we said we basically got to fix this and leave it up to the leaders, the captains, Warren, Grant, KJ, and Dez. They basically just brung us in and said, hey, we just need to take the culture in the right way. And we did it tonight. We showed that we can do it, so we just got to do it consistently.
Kenan, this probably won't show up in the stats, but there was a sequence of 4 possessions, and on 3 of them, you tied the ball up. You caused the jump ball, basically. And Coach was saying that's the sort of thing they were looking for. Did you feel like you were bringing extra energy to the team?
I felt like today, yes, and like my team really needed it. Just being in the gaps and like knowing personnel, and like this was a big scout game, really. And like I, I really got like in my notebook because that's what we do scout on, like, and basically just studied all the players and just like looked at plays. And I watched the Utah State game, and basically just knowing where to be.
And then in terms of things that do show up in the stats, you had 16, you guys combined for 33. Coach mentioned that he really liked going to the rim more, which is something we saw you do a lot of. Was that message received, you think, this week from Coach? Get to the rim, that sort of thing, for you actually.
For me,
yeah.
Yes, like they love when I play downhill and just like playing off two really, cause it seemed like every game I get a charge and basically like I watch my film and like basically just knowing when to like hop step and just like facilitate and just get in a lane for me, for the bigs and all.
Grant, Coach mentioned that he thought beyond the numbers, he thought his words were you did a great job running your team today. Is that something you'd agree with? Did you feel pretty happy with the way the flow was going?
I mean, yeah, I feel like I did a good job. I mean, there's always things I can improve on, but I feel like I did a good job, just taking whatever the defense give me and just trying to keep everybody on the same page on our team. And if that's just huddling guys up after every dead ball, or if it's either just going behind somebody and tapping them on the butt and just saying, hey, good job, man, you're doing great. So, I mean, it's still things you can always do, but I feel like we were successful in what we were supposed to do tonight, everybody as a whole.
Question for either one of you. This is not an easy team that came in here either. I mean, this was not some random team. These guys were, I believe, 13-4 or something like that. So, I mean, is this the maybe signature win for you so far this season, or is this a turning point, or is that maybe a little too dramatic?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's dramatic. But, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a turning point. I mean, we're just ready to lock in and just ready to figure out our next opponent, ready to get into the scout. Everybody in the locker room super hype off the win, because you just got to, you always got to take in wins, because when you lose games, it just shows you the value in winning. And so everybody's still living in the moment, feeling great. So, I mean, yeah, you can call it a signature win. I mean, it's a great win. We're going to take any win.
I feel like this was a good win because Coach really just got into us and basically said, hey, like that wasn't his team who played at versus Wyoming and Boise State. And, like, today he basically said, yeah, like, this is his team that he was waiting on.
Forget, setting aside the free throws for a minute. I mean, I know you guys will talk about that and all that, but what are some of the positives that you can take forward? As you said, it's a good win. What can you take forward now and maybe pick up 2, 3, 4 in a row?
I feel like energy, like even me running on the court when it wasn't even a timeout, I feel like that type of energy just is contagious, really, and just seeing how the crowd reacted to everything, it was just live in there. I just loved it.
Nah, yeah, I mean, 100% energy and effort. So, I mean, energy and effort, we definitely have to carry that over if we want to string together, which we're trying to do, string together a bunch of wins that we need. So, I mean, energy and effort, you can always take that in the game. And if you do that, you always have a good chance of winning.
If you were to just compare the Wyoming loss and today's win, the 2 E's you just mentioned, is that the big difference beyond the stats?
100%. I mean, we all see it. Even as a whole, just looking at yourself in the mirror, did you bring your energy and did you control your effort that you put in? And so that's just certain things that we talked about in our locker room and Coach talked to us about. And I feel like everybody on our team did a great job, even the dudes who didn't get in, controlling their energy and their effort. So, I mean, just very pleased with the guys tonight. Very happy.
Yeah, anything you want to add to that at all?
He really said it all. Like, basically energy and effort. And, like, yeah, like, that can take us a long way. And just us playing defense. And, like, we had a sequence where we got, like, 2 kills, I think. And, like, 6 stops in a row. That's impressive. And that's the trend in the right direction.
Last thought for me is that I think you guys had 8 guys score. Lots of everyone getting in the mix and all that. Are you guys a better team when the ball can move around like that and get spread out?
Yeah, 100%. When the ball moves side to side, we're hard to guard. I think it's only one team on the year scored over 70 on Fresno. If I don't want to just say, I mean, yeah, I think so. So, I mean, when we move the ball side to side and we guard the way we did tonight, we're very hard to guard. And I think everybody in the league knows that. And so we just got to continue on that path and just keep trying to be hard to guard.